Hey everyone, how's it going? Let's take a detailed look into Eurodollar as Eurodollar have a very strong bullish push up from last week and it's continued pushing upwards. Kind of what to expect for the current price action and moving forward as well. So as you can see, I'm currently in two live positions right now. I'm in two Eurodollar positions, then they are running pretty deep in profit right now. So it's getting an idea to take a look into kind of what managements are, what are my potential target, and what are my expectations for the price moving forward. So we're going to start by looking at the higher time frame here. When you look at euro dollar, euro dollar had a massive bullish push to the upside, and naturally we know after a impulsive phase, price needs to correct, and we can identify the current price action with a few swing highs and few swing lows to classify this as a potential bullish continuation price action. So with the higher time frame, we already have a very strong bullish bias for the price to continue moving forward. And now if we could dig into the lower time frame here, there are many reversal type of price action in the price action here, and that give us a better clue for the price. As we can see, not only we have a higher time frame double bottom, we also have a higher time frame descending channel pushing down the price, and then the also lower time frame has another smaller descending channel, which we'll take a look at. But all these higher time frame confluence is going to add confluence to your further bullish kind of bias. And if we dig into the lower time frame here, we not only see that lower time frame descending channel pushing the price down, we also have a lower time frame mini kind of double bottom. We had an impulse break out of that descending channel, and that was my first initial entry. Price impulse up, form a continuation correction, and helping with the entry order. Price continued to push up, correct, push up, and that was my second scaling position. I was able to move my stop loss of the first position into break even, and second scaling position was able to get in as well. And price continued to just give us bullish kind of price action. So impulsive move, correction phase, impulsive move, correction phase, impulsive move, correction phase, and impulsive move. And now this was the latest correction phase. So now that what we can see that this was the previous high where price failed to break above. This is around 1.1800, and price actually impulsively break above that. That's a really good sign from the market that we have an impulse, we have a correction, we managed to break above that previous high where price failed to break higher. So this is certainly going to be another up move from the price. Very higher probability for the price to just continue to the upside. Now, because we're very close to this kind of descending structure that we're currently in, so we have to be careful here. We have to understand how price work. Is that when price does hit this high here, there are going to be two scenarios that will happen, right? The likely scenario is going to be the price to break out of that descending structure because we can potentially see a pattern completion of this current structure that we talk about, and with the few swing highs and low, with the impulse and move from the bottom, it's likely to give us a higher probability of price breaking out. And if it's followed by a further lower time frame continuation correction, whatever type of correction that's going to form, it's very logical for us to scale in further position as this descending channel is complete. We also hit that double bottom on the higher time frame, and clearly price is impulsing up. And with the overall higher time frame bias, that higher time frame impulse, we're potentially completing this higher time frame continuation. All this multi-time frame analysis, patterns within pattern, structure within structure, is going to give us a very good probability for the next up move. Now, that's the likely scenario, but we also have to consider what is the unlikely scenario is that sometimes when price hit the top of the overall structure, there is going to be lower time frame reversal, and that's just how price are. So when if this move push to the upside but start forming kind of ascending channel, start forming potential double top, M style pattern, things like that, where we know those are a bearish reversal, and that is a good time to move up our stop loss, manage the trade actively as we are able to catch this pretty big bullish run already, so we don't want to be greedy. If there is lower time frame reversal kind of price action, then it's a good idea to move up the stop loss and then potentially look for exit kind of price action as we see bearish kind of price action, head and shoulder, double top, M style pattern, ascending channel, something like that. That's going to give us a clue from the price that we're losing momentum for this bullish up move. And because we're hitting at the top of the overall structure already, and if it doesn't break above, it doesn't continue upward like my first initial scenario, then another down move to the bottom is likely as well. And just the price action continue to evolve this descending structure, and it failed to break above this high and then push down to one more low and potentially reverse back once more. But what we want to do is be very patient here and just kind of observe what the price will do when we do reach the high here, because that's going to be a key scenario. as we know, we broke this high already, so it's very unlikely that price is going to start dropping down now. I don't think that's going to happen. I expect the price to bullishly hit the top of this trend line probably during London or New York session, and we want to see if we're going to get continuation price action. Then we're going to be able to scale into the position and add to the basically two existing euro dollar position that I currently have, and basically scale in further position as all these trades are already in profit, so I don't need to worry about further adding risk to my overall account, but because these are already stop loss already in profit, so I'm comfortably going to enter another scaling position if that does happen, if we do get that bullish breakout. And the last thing to touch note on, we can look at DXY here. DXY dollar index is a good idea to look at the price. It's very similar like euro dollar. We have that very strong bearish push to downtime. It's just inverse related to euro dollar, as we can see here. So dollar index is also going to give you a little bit of clue here. We see the similar kind of larger structure like on dollar index. We have the double top here, we have the ascending channel, and basically price is breaking out of that ascending channel and it's pushing down. So lots of room to the downside, lots of room even just to the halfway here. I think very likely we're going to get this bearish push down. That means euro dollar is going to continue pushing up. And if we can get a completion of this dollar index kind of continuation, then I do expect higher time frame to continue lower now that we complete this larger structure in the making. So good idea of good risk management is if you're into these dollar positions, if you wanted to get involved in these dollar positions, make sure we understand also that don't get involved with too many dollar positions because again, you have to understand when these dollar positions, when they're moving together, if they're going to get weak, if they're going to get weakness, they're going to continue getting weaker, right? But if they're going to reverse, they're going to reverse together. And you don't want to put too much risk on your account if that happens, and you just want to kind of pick the best one or two positions to get involved. Okay, so there it is, guys. That is my quick breakdown on euro dollar as I am in two live position right now, and looking forward to potential scaling position if that does happen, and I'm able to add into the further buy position and look for a more mid to long term outlook. And any question, comment, feedback, welcome to let me know, guys, and chat with you guys all next time. Thank you very much.